Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In the Nishchaya, means while determining what exactly a human being wants. Certain ends are commonly sought after, and within those common ends, there are individual options, choices. That to eat vegetarian food. But there are choices, You've got choices there. So, like these choices, we have choices, but the food is vegetarian. Correct? That's all. Similarly here, they have discovered, the teachers have, even in the Upanishads they are mentioned, in our Veda it is mentioned, and our masters have analyzed and then categorically declared. These are the common ends. And they said 3 plus 1. 2 plus 1 plus 1. It's better to put it that way. 2 plus 1 plus 1. They said there are 4 ends. In this, 2 are sought after, 1 is to be sought after, and the last one, is to be discovered as the only one that is sought after. Understand? For the non-discerning, there are 3 plus 1. For the discerning, there is only 1. And so we have, first let us say, what is obviously by all sought after? We say artha, one, kama, another. They interchange really. It's no hard and fast rule. Artha and kama. So, artha is really security. Any ego satisfaction, ego trip, is artha. Power is a ego satisfaction, artha, power. And also any kind of money also is power, the buying power you have. It's a kind of a security. So security and ego satisfaction, we can say, form one common pursuit. Then there is another pursuit which we say, kamaha. So this kama is any form of pleasure. Any form of pleasure, anything that keeps you, that pleases you. So this is called kama. So the kama pursuit also is very common to all. So artha pursuit, kama pursuit are there. So we find among animals also these artha kama pursuits in simple form. An extra bone the dog will bury. But if you give a few more, it won't. So all these squirrels were active a few weeks ago here in October. They begin collecting all the cones, these pine tree cones, pine cones, collecting them and keeping them. But there is a limit. If a squirrel is satisfied, this is enough. This is enough, only a human being won't say. Understand? But the squirrel also, that is purely artha, for the future, for the winter. So artha pursuit is there, and kama pursuit is there, whatever it has, a certain forms of pleasure, eating and whatever. So these pursuits are there seen among animals, among human beings. What is listening to music except pure kama, understand? What is listening to music? Nothing. What is there in just reading a book, a novel? Kama. It is not artha. It's kama, it's pure pleasure. Aesthetic pleasure. Gross pleasure. Eating and so on is simple gross pleasure. Then there is aesthetic pleasure, for which you require to have an infrastructure. To pick up a book and enjoy, you require to know in order to enjoy, otherwise you can't enjoy. And similarly, these classical forms of music and all that, you require to know, then only you can enjoy. But there is a pursuit of pleasure that going around. That's why it's called wanderlust, It's also kama. Going places. And in this you do take a lot of pain. Efforts are involved. Artha is spent, money is spent. So sometimes you earn money in order to have pleasure. Correct? That's why, it's very... We don't know whether it is artha or kama. So it's all intermingling. That's why they say artha kamo. Artha and Kama are common pursuits. Now, when these fellows were planning to go to paradise by sacrificing their lives here and taking so many lives along with them, when they were planning to go to paradise, they were confident that they would be in paradise. In fact, that letter that they left behind was asking them that I hope tomorrow you will see Allah. Tomorrow morning you will see Allah. So directly they would see Allah. So they were planning to see Allah in paradise, and you should see the description of the paradise pleasure. You may vomit, understand? If you don't vomit, you've got an empty stomach, that's why. It is silly, the description. Just a simple pleasure. That is goal, religious goal, understand? This is the religious goal. Therefore, the karma that you cannot satisfy here you will have in tenfold or hundredfold there. Every form of karma. That's the whole promise. In Bombay, one group is there, the same group. So it's another Muslim group, it's a group. It's a little better group. But a very interesting group. They say, you pay 1 lakh here, you will have an apple tree in your house in paradise. 1 lakh is 100,000. 100,000 rupees you give here, then you will have an apple tree. And you pitch in 50,000 more, you can have an orange tree also. Clean promise. It's all exchange, you know. Your hawala transaction. Yahi baat hai. So I just want you to see, these things are not seen, that's the problem. People say that all religions lead to the same goal, etc. Not seeing what is being promised, what is the goal, etc. They don't think. Thinking is a problem. Purvapara thinking. Purvapara thinking is called thinking. Otherwise it's not thinking. Purvapara, when you accept one thing, what are the consequences? You should think. When you don't say the consequences, natural, they are all okay. When I say the consequences, they become laughable. Understand? So it's not that I laugh at any of them. They become laughable when I point out the consequences. So these are the pleasures which are within Arthakama. So what you cannot accomplish here, they say that you will accomplish there. This karma here is very limited. Your satisfaction is bound by time. Then you will have so longer period of satisfaction and very different things you will get. Different pleasure. Pleasure means you will eat for a long time. Here you eat means afterwards you find stomach is full already. You can't eat. You want to eat but you cannot eat. There you go on eating. That sort of a thing. So this is considered to be the end, the ultimate end. So here, what I say, they point out these arthakama pursuits You can have, but make sure you follow dharma. Understand? Now, no religious tradition I find dharma as a purushartha. Dharma as a purushartha. In Buddhistic tradition, which is a part of our own tradition, there is mention of dharma. But as a purushartha, purushartha means as an end to be accomplished. Artha is a purushartha. Kama is a purushartha. So this artha kama means when you pursue security, you are not criticized. When you pursue pleasures, you are not criticized. You are doing exactly what a human being would do. Understand this. And therefore you are given the sanction to pursue artha and kama. So in artha kama pursuits, there is nothing wrong. It is common. Every human being can pursue artha kama, but as a human being, you have the responsibility of exercising your choice. In exercising choice, you have no choice. You have to choose all the time. You can't say that I can choose, I need not choose. You can't say that. I have to choose. Even if you decide not to choose, that is a choice. You have to choose. Suppose different candies are given to you and you choose one. You choose one. What will you choose? We used to, in India, in office, when you work in an office, you know this, what they do. Somebody is announcing, so the birth of a son for him. So he is blessed with a son. Son to so and so. So this is the happy news. And then there is a tray full of candy. This announcement is there in a small card. And then you take a person. One chocolate, a person, one. Different things are there, but one a person. Now you have to choose. Because this is a personal experience. Therefore I am telling. You have to choose. So these candies all differ. This one candy is equally good, the other one is this is coconut candy, this candy, that candy, and all different types of candies. You want all of them. But you can only choose one. What are you going to do? You decide not to choose. You know what I did? I closed my eyes and picked up one. That's how I became a sadhu, understand? So these are all how you learn how to edricha labha santushtaha. Whatever that comes, you take. This is typical. So you choose not to choose. In some situations there is no loss. Nobody is going to suffer. Correct? And therefore you are given that choice. Not to choose also is a choice and it doesn't harm anybody. No problem. So I am asked to take one and I can take any one and I have a problem of choosing. Therefore I decide not to choose. I close my eyes and take one. And what I get, I am happy with. And that can be all through one's life, really. So this is in different degrees we do that. This is the choiceless choice. But you have to choose. What you eat, how do you dress, how do you respond to people, everything you have to choose. Sometimes you find yourself incapable of choosing. You find yourself driven. Therefore you say words for which you regret later. You do some actions for which you have to regret later. That is an unfortunate situation. That's also common. But that situation perhaps can be changed. And our Shastra tells that has to be changed. Understand? It's not perhaps. That has got to be changed. That's a value. You cannot behave in a manner that has no sanction of your wisdom, of your culture, of your status. Then you cannot do that. If you do, that means you need to change. You need to grow. So this problem, this process of growing is called yoga. And where there is yoga, there is dharma. Understand? That growing conforms to dharma, towards dharma. Growing where? When you say grow, there is a point. So what is the point of reach? What is it that you are working towards? That has to be pointed out. That is not, if that is paradise, nothing you have to do here. You have to get the ticket and they say that this is how you have to do, and you believe and you do this, and then you, once a year, you follow 15 days, or for 1 month, I don't know, that during the day don't eat. Eat at the night for the next day, whole day, and so during the day you don't eat. It's some kind of a camel thinking. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong what I say. And if nothing wrong, what is the big deal? So nothing wrong. This is what they say, prayer, daily prayer, and this annually, this 1 month you follow this, that's enough. You'll go to paradise. So you don't require to change. So as long as the end is to be in the, after death it is, in heaven, you don't need to change. Only a believer. So you can get crash also last minute. And so this doesn't require any change on the part of a person because it's a pure belief system. But if you say dharma is a value, not a value, is an end to be accomplished, that is the value I am talking about. And every human being has to accomplish this while you are here. Understand? While you are here. If there is a heaven, let it come. Doesn't matter. But while you are here, you need to accomplish dharma. So dharma becomes an end to be accomplished in one's life And this accomplishment alone makes you a complete human being. That means your process of growing doesn't stop you become an adult. Physically, biologically, you are an adult. A cow becomes an adult and it is fulfilled. Really, his life is over. Especially when it becomes a mother, it's complete. So the growth is only up to becoming this potential mother. So a calf, suppose, dies away. It has started its life, but it has not completed the process. But if it has lived a few years, it becomes, by prakriti, this is called prakriti, by a certain programming, this cow will become an adult cow. The calf will become an adult cow. Potential mother, father. But that kind of a situation is true with the human body also. Because the human body is born, is not born ready to go. Means ready to get married. Really. As soon as he is born, the fellow is looking around. Who is the person I should marry? It's not like that. And therefore, the child is boy or girl, the child is born as just innocent baby. So there is a babyhood, there is a childhood, and there is youthhood. That is the time one can become a just hood, not youthhood. 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 An adult, driver's license. Is a made person. That is why there is such a big function, after high school. What do you call that? Prom. Big function. In India, even if you do PhD, nobody has any part with it. Here, this fellow has made it because high school is finished. Prom. Bada accomplishment. Feather on his cap. Some kind of ritual of passage. When there is no ritual, then this is what is going to. It's a great accomplishment. Adult. Is it over? That's a question. For the cow, it is over. There is no further growth. There is only aging. For the human body, of course, there is this kind of a metamorphosis. And this person is now an adult with this body. Potential father, mother, clay. Is it over? For the cow, for the horse, for the camel, it's over. For you, is there any growth possible? It is obvious that there is a growth possible when you see different people. Situation is the same. In one situation, one is lost completely. In the same situation, one is lost. Lost means sad, down. And whereas the other one is very objective. Situation is the same. Both of them are partners, 50-50. In this transaction, somebody got, besides transaction, there is a certain loss or profit. And for one, it is less profit. For the other, it is enough profit. Or there is loss. For the one, it is, everything has gone wrong. For the other, it's okay, we have got one more transaction, let us try. There is a different type of response to the same situation. Situation is the same for both. You have children and the other family also has children. So both of you have more or less the same earning capacity. Both of you have, each one has a home. But one enjoys the children, the other is not able to enjoy the children. He is always worried about the children. Why? Degrees I am telling. The father is able to enjoy the children, mother is not able to. Or mother is able to enjoy the children, father is not able to. Father enjoys the children only during weekdays, not weekends. Because weekends he is available totally, therefore he can't enjoy. He is at home. Why all this? There is something wrong. And this is what we say, that one needs to grow. So you may say emotional growth. We would say the growth itself is yoga, it includes emotion, it includes your value structure, everything. We call by one word yoga. And in this there are two areas of growth. One is purely your capacity to conform to what you consider right. What you consider right in others' behavior towards you. That's all. Whatever you consider right with reference to others' behavior towards you. And you are able to conform to the same thing because you know that others want you to behave the same way. Because you know. In other words, your capacity to conform to what is right according to you, not according to anybody else. But according to others also it happens to be the same, which is the saving grace. For the people who have choices. Otherwise, I choose one thing, you choose another, we don't have anything common norm to base our choices. I choose to rob you. Because that's what I feel like doing. You choose to kill me, because that is what you feel like doing. Therefore, if that person doesn't want to get killed and doesn't want to get killed, understand? He doesn't want to get killed by others. He kills himself in order to kill others. That is because of religious intervention. If the religion has not interfered, that won't be there at all. That's why I'm afraid of these religions. There's a religious intervention. Leave alone as a human being. And religion support that human being in order to accomplish what I am talking about now. That a human being knows exactly that I don't want to get hurt, that I don't want to be in any way cheated by others, and I don't want to be criticized, I don't want to be abused, I don't want to be exploited when I am in a big situation. So this is all very clear to the individual, and the individual knows the others expect the same thing from me. That means we have a common norm to base our behavior. This common structure is a very important structure. We call it as samanyam. Common is called samanya. The structure, what we say, dharma, we have therefore a samanya dharma to base all our activities. Every religion should confirm this samanya dharma and should help individuals conform to samanya dharma. Correct? The problem why one is not able to conform to the very thing that the person considers as the right thing. I consider this is the right thing. I should not get hurt. Others also don't want to get hurt. I know this. If that is so, why I should perform an action, either orally or physically, that would destroy or hurt another person? Why? Why I become indifferent towards the value? While I don't want others to become indifferent towards the value when their behavior is towards me, correct? Even mosquitoes should not bite me. They should just go away from me. In fact, I may direct the mosquito to somebody else, okay? So if I have that kind of powers. At home, you have got people like that. You know, even at home, you will direct and go poorly. There's always somebody there. You don't like somebody there at home. I'm not talking about neighbors. What I say, why this is so? That's very clear to me, that nobody should hurt me. Very clear, totally clear. But when it comes to my behavior, I seem to come under some pressure to go against this dharma, my own dharma, which happens to be others' dharma. Correct? So when that means it's clear there is something else which brings me under pressure. Where that something else you can say is due to an external force called devil that pushes you towards that. So that means you can pass the buck to some other force. You are not responsible for it. When you say that this external, this pressure, that which causes pressure, for me to compromise with my own, this value structure, go against this value structure, then that pressure is from within me. Then I become responsible. Then I need to grow. Correct? You understand the growth possibility is completely neutralized, is lost when you say there is an external force influencing me, influencing you to do wrong things. Understand? It is your own lack of assimilation of the values, not that you are ignorant of the values. Your conviction, your commitment to these values is compromised because the other values, the value of other values, value for money, value for power, value for name, etc. So that the value of all these values seems to be more valuable than these values. Clear? When they are more valuable, that is either due to lack of understanding of the value of the values. Therefore, something becomes more valuable than this. Like a child doesn't know the value of $100 bill, but it knows it is valuable because it buys chocolates. Because it bought chocolates before, mom bought chocolates by giving this green paper, and it has this green paper and then goes to the corner shop and gets a chocolate and comes home. Why? Because the chocolate is equal to the paper. Correct? He doesn't know the paper is more valuable than one chocolate. Correct? He doesn't know. Therefore, he doesn't wait for the change. He doesn't take the change. So that is purely lack of understanding. The value has to be understood of $100 bill. What is its value? How much it can buy? Then if it is understood, definitely chocolate is more valuable than bill as a paper. Because chocolate can be eaten, paper cannot be eaten. But it can buy 100 chocolates more. That it doesn't know. It has to learn. Understand? It has to learn either due to lack of understanding, a value is compromised for something less, or something because it is something less because for you it may be something, for somebody it may be something less, but for the person it is something more. It's not compromised at all. It's something more. But inside, of course, there is a guilt. We have to look into this. So this coming under pressure of common values is due to not lack of knowledge of the values, means what is right, what is wrong, due to one's understanding of the value of values. One reason. Another reason is due to non-understanding of the limitations of other values. The value of money is okay, is very clear. But it has its limitation too. Therefore, against each other, artha pursuit or kama pursuit. So these pursuits do not really give you anything if dharma is compromised. If dharma is lost in achieving, in pursuing this. Understand? That means, so you are working against yourself. If there is such a thing as a value structure which is very critical for human life, then going against that structure is going to be a loss for me. The enormity of the loss I must see. The more I see how enormous is the loss, the less I have choice, understand? In other words, the more you grow, your choices become less. The more you understand, you don't have many choices and you enjoy that also. So if you ask me what is growth here, my capacity to conform to dharma is even though is something very, very limited in the beginning, but it becomes very natural to me. The capacity is complete in the sense, the dharma, this is dharma and I follow. I am incapable of going against dharma because I enjoy following dharma. Not complaining. You know, people follow dharma and they always say, complain, I've been living a life of dharma, what did I get? Nothing. People tell me this. Swamiji, I have been following dharma. In India this happens. I follow dharma, I don't take money, etc. I don't take bribe and things like that, but I didn't progress at all. And my friend who is taking money above the table, under the table, and he is progressing. So his concept of progress, he is successful, and his wife also, his wife points out, look at your friend. Because she has a real problem. Because his friend's wife, she comes with this, diamond ring. And she comes and tells her also. My husband yesterday got some diamond ring. Did you see how nice it is? And every month she gets one kanjivaram, silk saree. And she wears that and comes to this house and shows. And if she doesn't ask her, oh, this saree, from where did you get this? Is it kanjivaram? He has to say. If she doesn't say, she makes her say that. Because she has to notice. She pours some water, on the saree, and then she tells, yo, my new saree is wet, my new saree is wet. Oh, new saree? Yeah. But all this, his wife begins telling, you have vonakku vakku illa. You are incapable. See your friend, what all he does. This fellow begins feeling guilty. And he comes to me and asks, Swamiji, I've been following dharma, but nothing happened to me. I am still in the same one-room apartment. So he feels guilty. Means he doesn't enjoy following dharma. He thinks that following dharma should give him some extra money. वो तो देते नहीं है. That is why a lot of understanding is necessary. The very concept of success should undergo change. What is money, what it can do should undergo change. What all these pleasures, etc., we should understand what they are. Therefore, arthakama pursuits should not in any way come in the way of following dharma. And therefore, in our listing these common goals in life, arthakama, even though are to be mentioned first, dharma is put first. Dharmartha kamaha. So the artha kama must conform to dharma. Dharma is to be cultivated. Is to be not dharma, is to be accomplished as an end, your capacity to conform to dharma without complaint, without murmur. That capacity is growth. So this dharma problem the cow doesn't have. It has no choice and therefore it has no dharma and adharma. A Pashu is called Vimuktaha. The Lord of Pashupati is called Vimukteshwar. Dharma, dharmabhyam Vimuktaha. The Pashu is, a cow is free from right and wrong. It is always right. Even if it hits you, with the horns, it is always wrong. In bullfight, bull is always right and the fighter is wrong. He is the one who attracts the bull. And it charges, that is its nature. And then he kills this bull. He invites the bull to charge and afterwards he kills this, an accomplishment, human accomplishment. And there are people to watch this. This is. In fact, all the bulls must be standing on the both sides. And this fellow is gouged to death. It is ulta. Because the bulls themselves don't go about charging. So when they are frightened, they charge. That is their nature, until you train them properly. They can be programmed differently also. There can be another bull. No, suppose in Indian bull, Amara, Indian domestic bull, and it is brought and then you hold a red rag or green rag or yellow rag. And but it is nothing. It will try to eat it, okay? It's nothing. Because it's programmed differently. It's domesticated. And so, there is no right or wrong among the bulls. They are all vimuktaha, dharma dharmabhyam, vimuktaha. Even if that, suppose that bull sometimes, this bullfighter, gets killed by the bull, suppose. The bull cannot be taken to the court. Correct? Even in America. With all the ambulance chases, but still you cannot take the bull to the court. From this we know the bull is grown up. Once it has become an adult. Prakriti, this is what we say, Prakriti, the nature will take care of that growth. Even for a human being, nature will take care of that growth. If you survive, you become an adult. So many years, you become an adult. And afterwards, there is this growth. In fact, this growth process should start even as a child. First, you conform to values because of a certain discipline. And afterwards, you take some help in order to conform to dharma. The help is your own infrastructure, the social structure. Infrastructure is your family, your groups, various groups you have help, self-help groups these days, plus religion. Our prayer, Ishvara, everything should help us to conform to dharma. No religion should tell me go against dharma for the sake of God. We don't need that God also. All God's help I need, all the help of God, etc. I need. In order to conform to dharma, because it is so difficult, the pull is very big. The pressure from inside is big. You call it peer pressure, there is no peer pressure. Peer pressure is I need to belong. Therefore, that is the pressure. Therefore, the other's pressure becomes my pressure. I need to belong to the group. That is the pressure. So it's all me. There is no other external pressure, it's all me. And therefore I need to grow, I need the help of religion, I need the help of, therefore prayer. Religion means prayer. And I need the help of people in order to conform to dharma. So this process of growing is called yoga. You grow up to dharma, therefore dharma becomes a purushartha. Therefore dharmartha kamaha are purusharthaha. So even if you accept dharma is the goal, you are okay, you are right. Dharma is my goal. There are some people who say that there is no other goal except dharma. For me, ethical life is enough. There are a lot of people. Lot of husbands are like this. Why? Because the women want to go to Gita. And the husband will say that you live an ethical life, that's enough. Why do you want to go to Gita? Because he thinks that is enough. And all those people who go to Gita are unethical. That is the thinking. This is some kind of husband philosophy. And so this, I hear this all the time, that's why I'm telling. And so this kind of thinking is there because there is some validity there. Because even to accomplish this dharma, conformity to dharma, is an accomplishment, is a success. Is called siddhi. So we accept that. Dharma is a purushartha. Which culture tells this? Dharma is a purushartha. No. They only say if you go against dharma, then you will go to hell. We don't say this is hell and all that. This is all, forget it. Forget about that. We can talk about that later. But this is your completeness of growing. You are born to grow. And you grow physically up to a point. And afterwards you don't grow, you begin aging, understand? You begin aging, the graph declines. But you continue growing. Aging is payment. And you continue growing, and the process should not stop until you become spontaneously dharmic. Your compassion doesn't leave anything to be desired. And your incapacity to go against the dharma is the growth. And in this there should be no compromise, there is no ill feeling, there is no regretting, there is nothing. Then it doesn't mean whether you make money or you don't make money, that you are able to live your life. So in conformity to dharma itself is completeness of your life. Nobody tells this. Dharma as a purushartha, as an end in itself. If this is understood, then we have one more. We say, you are complete? Yeah. You are complete, more or less complete. Then when I will be complete? When you get moksha. Then that is the next one. We'll see that afterwards. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om